of this is eliminated from the tournament, and their Season 2 journey comes to an end. You take a look quickly at Revet's characters with Tanya and had a little bit of score from Tanya with a 56.25% win rate, and of course Young with a 62.96 win rate with Jackie.
Oh, and look at the walk back. Using that incredibly fast walk back speed from Jackie to just casually walk away from that drill kick. That was insane.
And this is really one of the beautiful things to be able to see. Really, you only see it among training partners for the most part. Being that they play together so much, undoubtedly, they're really going to need to be pulling out every single trick in the book to be able to throw each other off. We're talking surprises that they haven't even seen before. But now, take a look, Yungmonster actually got the first round there, but like we said, Revet is a monster really with Tanya across all variations.
And turning things around quick. Oh, and coming off the bar for the extra damage, 36%. Oh, great damage, and that is a launcher. That should close it out. And just like that, flick of the switch, back and forth already between these two.
Final round.
It's one of those things you gotta wonder if they're giving each other props right now from next to each other. Think about it, this is a tournament setting, a first of 3 just like anything else, and this is an extremely close look at just the trickery by Dragon Naginata.
This is one of my favorite things to watch here at the Kombat Cup is Revetleafing with Dragon Naginata. The way that he controls space, and it's just something that you have to look at and almost admire. The way that he's thinking ahead and all the movements are insane, but here we go. Jackie doing her damage, knocking down in the corner, and doesn't respect a wake-up whatsoever. Does Yungmonster. A wake-up drill kick there could have turned things around and force a breaker. But Yungmonster getting game number 1 here.
And you know what, and it's almost, even though it went to the 3rd round, Yungmonster really had control over most of those rounds. Revetleafing really came alive in that 2nd round, answering back with a very strong little round of his own. But in that 3rd round, that was all Yungmonster.
Oh, and what a start from Revet here.
Revet has had really good control of the mid-screen, but the only issue with this is that he keeps putting himself in the corner. You see here, finally be able to switch positions, keeping his back in the open space. No doubt that's where he needs to be, but Yungmonster disrespecting the meaty setup. That was beautiful.
That is confidence right there. If you delay your wake up through a meaty and you swing, the ball's on that man. And the knowledge to have played his brother probably that many times, and that was probably what's scary is that was probably, you know, meant to be.
And look at this interesting keep away game. No doubt Revet was trying to stay away from with those teleports because he had the life lead. Now he has no choice but to go in the danger zone, and Yungmonster taking round number 1 narrowly. But Revetleafing has a little bit of a meter advantage sitting on a fully loaded gun, while Yungmonster not too far behind. Savage now too in that mid-screen game. And here comes some juicy corner damage. Dragon Naginata not known for really that heavy damage, but 32% in this sort of fashion is definitely nothing to underrate. We're seeing now just kind of frantically trying to keep the turn in his favor, but now we've seen on the other side how Yungmonster can do some massive damage in the corner. Revet knowing that, going for the reverse grab and taking round number 2 yet again.
Both of these guys awful close to both having X-Ray. Yungmonster already there, and wow! Coming off 2 bars, going for some big damage, 39%. But a quick wake up from Yungmonster to reverse the positioning, and Revet just getting out of the corner for free there with the wake up kick.
And we're seeing now, this is exactly what we were talking about before. Revet has the life lead. Oh, he goes in and gets hit with that whiff punish. Now Yungmonster still has the positioning to work with. Revet needs to stay away from the corner, and that is not the way to do it. He is now off his meter and now doesn't have the life lead. He has to go in, but that is not the way to do it. Getting clipped by that jump, Yungmonster on the verge and closing it out in style. And we finally get to see a quick start into the player select. We never get to see that in an online tournament.
Exactly, you have to wait for it to go back to character select. And that was a scary situation for Revet because that would have chipped out no matter what on block. And Revet had to do something to try to get out of there. And you know what, there's not much you can do when that forward one's coming. That is a mid-mid. I mean, a wake up drill kick, maybe might be fast enough, the way that he tried to meaty that. But do you see what just happened on the screen? A Jackie mirror.
You can only imagine what they're saying to each other right now. You know they have to be saying something. Not only Jackie mirror, full auto mirror.
Full auto mirror, and what a whip punish to start us out from Revet with Young's character.
You can imagine the amount of salt if he actually gets away with it, but Yungmonster doing extremely well right now. There you go, trying to get something started there, but a quick drop. You can obviously tell that he's not as comfortable with Jackie as he is with Tanya. But being that he's down 2-0, this is his lock for the remainder of the set. A beautiful hit conversion, trying to get as much damage as possible. Unfortunate drop at the end, but he still has the life lead to work with.
And Revetleafing lead now. Oh, he didn't commit to 1-2-1-2, and there's no reason whatsoever not to do 1-2-1-2.
He gets hit, nice block. It's still getting the plus raise, but misses the anti-air. Should have just got that down 2. No doubt would have helped him take that round, but now Yungmonster sitting on set point, looking to eliminate his brother in the online-offline set. Here we go. Revetleafing getting thrown into the corner. The reset, using the bar, and it proves to be successful. Here comes another juicy setup, but just misses it. Spending that bar to stay far away from that dangerous damage.
And a great conversion here from Revet. It's almost as if he knows what this character is about.
It's weird. It's like he's seen someone play the character before.
Yeah, all the time. Big drop, though. And luckily, Jackie's limb's not enough there, and it dropped the conversion again. Anything can happen now.
Not like this. You do not want to drop that conversion and stop yourself from taking a round.
It got one bullet. That's all he needed, was one bullet there through the EX rocket, and Revet staying alive as best he can right now.
If he was only a few frames off, that would have cost him the entire set. You see now just kind of trading bullets there. But another drop that Revet needs to pick up the execution here if he wants to take not even this game, not even the set, but just the game alone.
Look at how much mix Yungmonster is throwing right now. And back into the corner, here we go.
Wait a minute, Revet coming to life. Look at all this damage, going for the EX grab for the
It's
reset.
a full run.
Going for the grab, unbreakable damage. Ducks the grab. I don't believe it.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Revetleafing, the quick micro reads at the end there were kind of, and I say kind of, they were kind of ridiculous.
Now we need to talk about something real quick. Revet was on the verge of being eliminated.
Now,
by
watch
mirroring.
this. Watch Yungmonster pick Tanya.
But what does that say for his brother to take him off
Just
this main?
like that.
So is that what they're doing?
I
Now, this has become a moral. This
I
has become a moral
actually
match.
have known that they play each other's characters on the regular. And so we get a little bit of a treat here, guys. This is the most savage thing you will ever see between two brothers that play the game.
Now keep
Good
in
Lord.
mind, without the hug being there, know that Yungmonster is playing Pyro and Revet is playing Jackie.
Who would have thought?
I never would have thought I've seen this in a million years. But even now, Revetleafing is making good use of that absorption, that full auto can work with, running all the way in with a whip punish. Revetleafing getting some damage, but still does not have the life lead to work with, even after that follow-up. Gets the mess up, but unfortunately just missing. Here comes Young. The purple dust still ready to go. Oh,
And it was such a great match, and it looked like it comboed.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it doesn't get away from that one, though. And now they're back to full screen, which is where Yungmonster has been winning this match against full auto of all characters.
Yungmonster still sitting on set point, but Revetleafing not ready to give it up just yet. It's still looking to at least take this to the third round. Doing relatively well, but he has no leader to work with. Yungmonster has been amazing. Oh, that is a massive, massive, massive punish. Oh, just barely clipping him there. Unfortunate for Yungmonster, no follow-up can be made. We're seeing just kind of a scramble here. Gets hit by the fully charged.
Huge damage! Sent right back, but wow, just like that. Just like that.
Yungmonster taking it with the reverse character switch.